Okay, so hello and welcome to the last episode of the login model series. And in this last, let's say, bonus episode, we'll see how can we extend the use of our model to a different component, to a different UI. So for now, we have this show model that will render our wonderful, beautiful pin model. Login model, sorry, but I would like to change the content inside to represent the pin model. And we did it in the pin model. And how does it work? We did it in the last series, and you can find it, I believe. I will add the link, or maybe in the description below. Yeah. So let's get going. Basically, what I did was to copy files from our sorry, from our last series. Let's bring that here. Okay. And we have pin input grid, reducer for that, some utils, some styling, and API to validate it. So let's start by creating another component. This is going to be a pin model. Okay. And I will create one right inside here. Pin model TSX. It's gonna be mostly the same as you can imagine. Okay, let's get rid of the content for now. And all of that. Let's get rid of props. Okay, and all the other stuff we don't need for now. Okay, this is gone. This is good. Okay, so here we'll place our pin. Of course, we need a few things. Interface. This is gonna be not a login model, but pin model. We need on close, and we need is model visible. It's Boolean, of course. This exported. This is good. This is pin model props actually. And on close and is more visible. That's good. This does live somewhere else. This lives in model popup. Model popup. Okay. And now let's see. So what we need is state to hold information about which model is visible. And that can be a little bit problematic, but we can manage that. So let's think about it. I could create an enum of models because we can enumerate them and say that we have a login model and pin or a pin model. Okay, good. And now it will require a little bit of change. But instead of using is model visible, here we'll specify same. Let's change it to modal, visible modal type. Okay, we'll say this is visible modal type or null, and we will say that this starts as a null. Okay, then always on backdrop click set it to null, right? Then toggle modal. This isn't enough because we'll specify that here you have to pass the model type that you'd like to see visible, and the model type is of visible model type, and we'll set the set is model visible to should be changed because now it is visible model type, and this is set visible model type. This is so that we can track which model is visible on the screen. This is for setting the model type. So let's think about it a little bit. For this toggle modal, here we will create an inline function to toggle modal that should be visible model type of login model. I have too much parentheses here. Okay, let's get rid of that for a second here. Is model visible? Then let's check where visible model type is equal to what? To visible model type of login model. Okay, that should still work. Perfect. Okay, and now I will create another button here. And the same on click will trigger the function of toggle model with visible model type of pin model. Show pin model. This is cool. And now we can start working on that. So on close, we will do on backdrop click. Is model, can we please import that? Thank you. Is model visible? This is us checking whether visible model type is equal to visible model type of pin model. Cool. Let's check that. Show model. Yep. Show pin model. Yes. With the pin. Okay, cool. Great. So we can handle that. Now, for our pin model, we should render pin input grid here. And let's check what do we need in here. Pin, on pin change, pin length, validation message, validation result. Okay, we can handle that. So here I can add some stuff to handle that. First is to use our reducer. So this is going to be pin validation data. It's pretty much the same we did in the previous series with the pin input, right? So we're using that. We're using use reducer. This is going to be reducer from pin input reducer, and here we are passing pin. That is a new array, and the length is of pin length, of course. So let's create that. Pin length 4. Yeah, so let's use that here to create new array that's empty, and set the validation data to that. Okay, and then of course we can pass it here. So this a validation message, validation data, validation result of validation data result. On pin changed, yeah, we need that function. We'll create it shortly. Get that button a little bit, thank you. And it's gonna be message. The pin itself, which is equal to pin, and pin length, which is equal to pin length. Okay, let's add the missing pieces, and this is on pin change. So this is very easy. It's pretty much the same as I mentioned what we did last time. So I'm just adding this content to present in modal, right? Find an index of number. We need to create new pin. It's a copy of a pin we have currently. Update the given index. And dispatch the action to set the new pin. So type will be action type of set pin, and pin is equal to new pin. This is good. Oh, what's left is the validation. Let's copy this. Very much the same as we did the last time. We have the pin input grid here. We don't need that. What we need actually is to add our good old button container, and with fragment here, and close it here. And here we'll have two buttons. This is gonna be a cancel button, and on click we will close this, right? And here we have another button called validate, and here we'll dispatch an action to our reducer to perform the validation. Let's just do validate pin. Okay, maybe we could add another button here called the reset, just for fun, and on click should dispatch an action to reducer to reset stuff. Action stuff reset. Okay, let's see where this works actually. Okay, kind of cool. This is, well, it's really next to each other, right? The one thing we could do here is to change the width, because as you can see it grows a lot. So maybe for that case we'll go with 120 instead. And we can do this very easy because we have the button here, and we'll just override one style. So let's do export const pin let's say pin modal button. This is very much the same as the button, except that we are overriding min width. Okay. Now we can just replace this. Well, maybe not like this. Pin modal button. Okay, let's see how that one works. Okay, way better. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And validate. Invalid pin. Yeah, the one problem that we have here is this is not abstracted. I believe we can fix this rather easily. Somewhere we had the definition for that. That was dot, right, dot face dot case, blah 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 blah. Never mind. Okay, this isn't working. This should be in components. Yeah, font family dot font. Where did I add it? Dot, not here. It should be somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So we need that definition added here, and then dots font file should be here. Okay. Open containing folder. And we can just drop it to src. Restart that. Just for fun, just to make it complete. No, okay, now it's abstracted. So I did it in the last series, but here just to make it complete. Okay, does reset work? It does. So yeah, this is basically how, by using the content, and of course, can change that. Pin modal, please provide security pin. And this is how you can create a model that is really reusable when it comes to different functionalities. So thank you for that. That was a quick one, I hope. Yeah, it looks great. It behaves correctly. As I mentioned before, we could use children. We can use content and provide the React node right here. One thing that we might check is how does that behave here. Well, could use a little bit of help. Say, set it to 90. Something out here. Right. How do you box sizing border? Okay. Set it to box sizing border box, then it's better, but we'll have to move this to basically 100% minus, let's see, 20 minus 40 pixels to compensate for the padding now. And then if we do that, this looks good. Okay, let's fix this. Let's make it look reasonable. This is gonna be close button component, which comes from, oh yeah, from the component itself. It's gonna be that that does look good. Let's see. So this, let's start with the container itself. Box sizing, border box, border. Name should go here, I believe. Okay, this does look good on desktop, and for the mobile we have to change our calculation here. Let's see, this is close button, this is 40, 60, 70. Okay, I believe that should be good then. Yeah, now it makes sense. Of course, if you go below some resolution, we'd have to adjust the min width and change it, or maybe stack the buttons in a vertical line. But this is something for you guys that you can figure out on your own. So yeah, thank you for that. This still looks good, right? Or we could adjust the padding on left and right in the mobile, but this is definitely something you can also do on your own as a homework. So thank you for that. I will see you in the next series. Goodbye.